guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Akanksha and you're watching my channel Absolutely AK. So guys, 2023 का most happening, most trending destination है वियतनाम. एंड वियतनाम को प्लान करने के लिए सारी डिटेल्स जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए मैं वो सब इस वीडियो में डालने वाली हूँ. राइट फ्रॉम हाउ टू प्लान द ट्रिप, which cities to cover, what should be the budget, etc, etc. Everything is going to be power packed all into this video. Plus right towards the end of the video कुछ bonus tips and tricks मैंने डाल के रखे हैं so that your Vietnamese trip is amazing, awesome, simple. Alright, so बिना टाइम वेस्ट करे let's start the video क्योंकि वीडियो बहुत लंबा है. So I would suggest आप अपनी पानी की बॉटल ले आइए या कॉफ़ी का मग ले आइए. एंड मैं टाइम लैप्स जो भी है कौन से टाइम पे क्या मैं बात कर रही हूँ वो सारी टाइम सीक्वेंसिंग डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दूँगी. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. आई थिंक वी शुड स्टार्ट विद कि व्हाट इज़ द राइट टाइम टू गो टू वियतनाम. ना वियतनाम जाने का बेस्ट टाइम इज़ एनीवेयर बिटवीन जैन टू लेट्स से जून जुलाई. Because if you're going Jan के month में then you can experience like a beautiful New Year's, or you could see like this whole New Year vibe and Christmas vibe, but at the same time it's going to be damn expensive. तो आपको जो ये बजट ट्रिप करने का शौक है अगर तो वो नहीं होगा if you're planning in and around Jan and December, somewhere up to Feb also. plus थोड़ी ठंडी भी होती है, so if you're a person who likes cold weather you can do that. Someone who's ready to spend you can do that, but apart from that I would suggest ये वाले months ignore कीजिए so that you can do your trip in a budget. So the best time I would recommend is anything between March to May. I think these are safe months, no rainy season, no winter, very hot, humid to a certain extent, but the weather is pleasant and you will definitely enjoy Vietnam. Now let's move on to what are the tickets like and what is the budget like for the tickets. Okay, so the return flight from India should be anywhere between 20,000 to 30,000 return ticket. Okay, but it totally depends आप कहाँ से जा रहे हो within India. It could be from Bangalore, it could be from Mumbai, Delhi. Depends from where you're going. Also depends which season are you going for, like we spoke about, right? So my only Mumbai to Vietnam to Mumbai was 22,000, and बाकी की सारी tickets मिला के that was intercity travel, it came to 33,125. that means 10,000 overall I spent on intercity travel, which is a decent budget because this is like the major component of the whole budget, like you're flying, traveling, etc. everything is covered here. Alright, now a very important tip in this is that please try and avoid as much as you can Vietjet. Okay, the other alternative that you can go for in the airlines is Vietnamese Airlines. Why Vietjet avoid करना चाहिए? Because उसका कोई भरोसा नहीं है. चीप फ्लाइट के नाम पे वो कभी भी कैंसिलेशन कर देते हैं, कभी भी रीशेड्यूलिंग कर देते हैं. And for all you know, you don't understand what your trip is going to be like, whether you're going to reach a destination or you're not going to reach a destination. So please try and avoid Vietjet. But of course for my budget travelers, in case budget is like on your mind, then you can go for Vietjet. The plane is okay. आपको कुछ खाना पीना कुछ भी नहीं मिलता है. इनफैक्ट बैगेज भी आपको सेपरेटली कॉस्ट पड़ती है. बैगेज के लिए भी सेपरेट अलाउंस पे करना पड़ता है. सो यू नो कीप दीज डिटेल्स इन माइंड. ऑलराइट, now let's talk about intercity travel. Alright, now when we're talking about intercity travel, there are three alternatives. एक आप बस ले सकते हैं, दूसरा आप ट्रेन ले सकते हैं, एंड तीसरा आप फ्लाइट्स ले सकते हैं. फ्लाइट ऑफ कोर्स इज द एक्सपेंसिव ऑप्शन, बट एट द सेम टाइम इट सेव्स यू अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. Whereas train and bus, obviously you can expect an overnight journey wherever you're traveling within the city. Okay, other than some cities, जैसे एक आध city 2 hours के gap पे है, तो for that I mean obviously on-road transportation works better. But other than that, I would totally recommend कि अगर आप family में travel कर रहे हैं, then the best thing is with kids, with family, you take a flight directly for intercity travel. Anywhere around 2000 to 5000 डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द डेस्टिनेशन आपको टिकट मिल जाएगी. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, मैंने जितनी भी सिटीज़ ट्रैवल की, एवरी थिंग कॉस्टेड ऑल टुगेदर 10,000 rupees. So very very reasonable, and I have traveled at least to 3 cities, so 3-4 cities. So please make sure that you're traveling by flights. Otherwise, the bus and the train journey is also very very smooth. Like Vietnamese, even though it is a little bit of a जैसे बोलते हैं cheaper country, but their mode of transportation and all is really up to the mark and at international standard. So आपको कोई भी problem नहीं होगा, even if you're traveling by a sleeper bus, even if you're traveling by a sleeper coach in trains. Okay, now if you're traveling by train, your budget should range around something like 2,800 to 3,000 rupees a way. अगर आप देखेंगे फ्लाइट और ट्रेन के बीच में ज़्यादा डिफरेंस है ही नहीं एक्चुअली. दैट्स द रीज़न वाई इट बिकम्स अ गुड व्हाट डू यू से कि आप फ्लाइट से ही चले जाए. गुड डिसीजन टू गो बाय फ्लाइट ओनली रादर. And if you're traveling by bus, then of course you save a lot, because one bus journey between 2 cities is going to cost you anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200. Again, these are sleeper buses I'm talking about. Very nice, very comfortable, very safe. Alright, so this is the budget with respect to your transportation, whether flights or international or within the country. Now let's talk about the visa. Now there is on arrival visa and there is visa which you can apply for in advance. I would always recommend कि आप अपना वीज़ा पहले से ही करवा के जाएं. मैंने तो अपना वीज़ा पहले से ही करवा लिया था, because since I was traveling with a kid, I just wanted to be hassle free. I didn't want to stand in queues and lines when I reached the airport. वीज़ा अप्लाई करने के लिए जो लिंक पे आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं वो मैं नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दूँगी. वीज़ा मिलने के लिए आपको 2 to 3 days लगते हैं. वैसे they say within 48 hours. Sometimes it may take an extra day depending upon which day you apply, as there are working days that they work on. So within 2 to 3 days आपको आपका वीज़ा मिल जाएगा. What is the budget for the visa? It is $25 standard rate, whether it is a small child or a citizen, senior citizen or an adult. Alright, so $25 is roughly anywhere between 2,000 rupees per person. So that was the budget of your visa, also is a must. The next most important thing that we are going to talk about is your travel insurance. Now, I would highly recommend, and I think even the Vietnamese people, embassy, visa people also emphasize on having a travel insurance. Now, a travel insurance again comes in 2 ways. या तो आप $50,000 हाँ, या तो आप $50,000 वाला ट्रैवल इंश्योरेंस ले सकते हो, या तो आप 1 lakh that is $100,000 का ट्रैवल इंश्योरेंस ले सकते हो. दोनों के बीच में हार्डली एनी डिफरेंस है. अगर आप $50,000 का ट्रैवल इंश्योरेंस ले रहे हो तो इट विल कम रफली अराउंड 1,200 rupees per person. But 200 rupees और पे करके, that means that 400 rupees you can directly go for $100,000 travel insurance. And I would suggest आप travel insurance definitely लेके जाओ, because when you're traveling, say for example by Vietjet, आपका फ्लाइट मिस हो सकता है, आपकी फ़्लाइट चेंज हो सकती है, रीशेड्यूल हो सकती है, आपका लगेज मिसिंग हो सकता है, आपका लगेज डिफेक्टिव हो सकता है, बहुत सारे इश्यूज आ सकते हैं. एंड टू कवर अप ऑल ऑफ दिस, डेफिनेटली द ट्रैवल इंश्योरेंस विल मेक अप फॉर इट. नाउ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग दैट यू नीड टू टेक केयर व्हेन यू आर बुकिंग योर ट्रैवल इंश्योरेंस इज दैट सारा इंश्योरेंस किस पर्टिकुलर रीज़न को कवर करता है, एंड दैट इज़ व्हेन यू आर ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम मुंबई टू वियतनाम, वो सब चीज़ें उसमें हो जाती हैं इनकॉर्पोरेट या कवर अप. लेकिन जो कवर अप नहीं होता है, दैट इज़ व्हेन यू आर ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम वियतनाम बैक टू मुंबई, मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स आर नॉट कवर्ड. So please check and read your travel insurance. I will definitely link my travel insurance. मैंने कहाँ से किया, कौन सा किया, I will put it up in the description box for you. Now the next thing, as soon as you land, what is the first thing that you're going to do? You're going to buy the local SIM, so SIM card. अब जब SIM card की बात कर रहे हैं तो I would suggest, see, first of all the Wi-Fi is available everywhere you go, restaurants, hotels, anywhere you're sitting, even major tourist attractions also have Wi-Fi. लेकिन एक लोकल सिम होना एटलीस्ट इन अ फैमिली ऑफ 3 और 4, एक सिम होना तो काफ़ी इम्पॉर्टेंट है। नाउ आप 2 जगह से सिम ले सकते हैं, एक तो एयरपोर्ट से, या तो फिर आप एयरपोर्ट के बाहर से भी ले सकते हैं। एयरपोर्ट पे ही आपको अच्छा खासा सिम कार्ड मिल जाएगा, which is going to cost you around 750 to 850 rupees. We took a package which had unlimited data, unlimited internet at 750 rupees from the airport, and it was for the telecommunication, that is Vietel. Okay, so you can also do the same. Now after the SIM card, let's talk about currency. Okay, आपको क्या करेंसी कैरी करनी चाहिए? येस ऑफ कोर्स, आई थिंक बेसिक ट्रैवलिंग के लिए, टैक्सीज के लिए, स्ट्रीट फूड के लिए यू शुड डेफिनेटली हैव सम अमाउंट ऑफ करेंसी। कौन सी करेंसी लेके जानी है? वियतनामीज डोंग, डॉलर्स या इंडियन रुपीज़। सो आई वुड सजेस्ट आप डॉलर्स लेके जाइए, क्योंकि आपको डॉलर्स का एक अच्छा रेट, कन्वर्जन रेट मिल जाएगा वहाँ पर। अगर आप इंडियन रुपीज़ लेके जाते हैं तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको वियतनामीज डोंग नहीं मिलेंगे, बट थोड़ी मुश्किल होगी। सो इन दैट केस इट्स बेस्ट कि आप डॉलर्स लेके जाइए। अब आप उसको कहाँ पे कन्वर्ट करवाएंगे? प्लीज़ एयरपोर्ट पे कन्वर्जन मत करवाइए। अगर आपको करवाना है तो आप एक छोटा सा अमाउंट करवा लीजिए, अप टू 1000 रुपीज़ का कन्वर्जन एयरपोर्ट पे करवा लीजिए, लेकिन बाकी का मेजर चंक ऑफ योर कन्वर्जन प्लीज़ डू इट आउटसाइड द एयरपोर्ट, बिकॉज inside the airport the conversion rate is going to be quite expensive for you. So keep this in mind. These are some tips that I'm giving you so that you're at ease when you're traveling to Vietnam. Alright, इसी बात पे if you're liking this video and if you're finding the information that I'm giving like important and nice, please do not forget to like my video. Also, if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you're notified for a video every time I upload one. Alright, इस छोटे से रिमाइंडर के बाद now let's move on to the next thing, and that is आप ट्रैवलिंग जो करेंगे विद इन अ सिटी ऑल्सो, वॉट विल इट बी लाइक? इट विल बी ऑन अ कैब, इन अ कैब और स्कूटी। नाउ इफ यू आर गोइंग बाय स्कूटीज, इट इज़ द बेस्ट एंड द चीपेस्ट ऑप्शन, बिकॉज आपको पर डे रेंटल पे भी मिल जाती है, वीकली रेंटल पे भी मिल जाती है स्कूटीज। सो इट इज़ एनीवेयर बिटवीन 300 to 500 rupees a day. That is a scooty for 2 people. If you go by taxis, which is a more economical option if you're traveling as a family of 4 or a group of friends, I would suggest please go for a taxi. Don't do the scooties wala business. Ek to it's unsafe, even though it's not so unsafe there, but I just personally find it very unsafe. So आप क्या कर सकते हैं? आप Grab, you can download the app which is Grab. जैसे यहाँ पे ओला उबर है, वहाँ पे Grab चलता है। आप कहीं पे भी किसी भी डेस्टिनेशन से ग्रैब ले सकते हैं, एनी वेयर बिटवीन 100 रुपीज़ to 200 to 300 रुपीज़ के रेंज में आप ट्रैवल अराउंड कर सकते हैं फ्रॉम वन डेस्टिनेशन टू अनदर डेस्टिनेशन. सो दिस इज़ योर ट्रैवलिंग सीन विद इन द सिटीज़. ऑलराइट, कमिंग टू नाउ फूड. ओके, सो फूड अगेन देयर आर 3 ways you can look at food. एक होता है स्ट्रीट फूड विच इज़ अमेजिंग इन वियतनाम. अगर आप वियतनाम गए और आपने स्ट्रीट फूड नहीं खाया, नहीं इन्जॉय किया, तो देन तो भाई आपने वेस्ट कर दिया ट्रिप. सो प्लीज़ डेफिनेटली, इवन इफ़ यू आर अ वेजिटेरियन, एंड वेजिटेरियंस के लिए बोनस टिप मैंने लास्ट में संभाल के रखा कि आपको कैसे पता चलेगा आप कहाँ खा सकते हैं. सो प्लीज़ वेट टिल द एंड. But yeah, if you're going for street food, a meal could cost anywhere between something as cheap as 50 rupees, 60 rupees to 100 rupees. If you're going for a mediocre restaurant style sit down, dinner or food, then it's going to cost you anywhere between 100 to say 300, 400 rupees. And if you go for a fine dining restaurant, like the extreme luxury fine dining restaurants, then you can land up spending anything between 500 to 1000 rupees per person. So मैंने इस पूरे ट्रिप में अराउंड 7600 रुपीज़ फॉर अ कितना डेज़ का ट्रिप, आई मीन लिटरली 10-12 डेज़ का ट्रिप पे मैंने 7600 रुपीज़ on total spend kiya on food, which is less than 1000 even per day. So I think it is a very cheap country and you can do it in budget. Okay, now coming to stay, and which is also a very important aspect of planning your Vietnamese trip. कहाँ पे stay किया जाए? Now, if you're a solo traveler, if you're a group of friends who want to explore, make new friends, then hostels are the best. Hostels, in fact, are very warm, welcoming, and give breakfast options as well. So आप hostels में रह सकते हैं, which could cost you anywhere between 100 to 500 rupees a night, which is super cheap. And if you're a family, then I would not recommend hostels. I would not recommend cheap staying options, but I would tell you all to go for a decent 3-star, 4-star hotel. So regular 3 to 4-star category hotel will cost you anywhere between 2,500 to 4,500-5,000 a night, which is also super cheap, because I feel like you can do literally like a 4-star good decent sized bedroom, bathroom, balcony in like 4,000, 5,000 easily. Alright, so that is that. And in case you have the budget and you have some good budget in terms of your accommodation, then you can also go for the 5 stars or the luxury hotels, which will cost you 5,000 to 10,000, or there is no limit actually a night. Alright, so that is the thing. All the places that I have stayed, all my hotels, I will be putting in the links in the description box, so you can check it out, and if you like the place, you can also stay there. Overall, I spent around 20,145, approximately 21,000 rupees in my total stay. Over the 12 days, I have spent 21,000 rupees, and that is excluding my Halong Bay cruise, because Halong Bay cruise is totally a different thing. So we will talk about it a little towards the end. So yeah. Now let's talk about attractions. Now, Vietnam is a huge country, and it has something for everyone. So it has something for, say, toddlers, children, kids. It has something for adults. It has something for the elderly people. It has something for the history geeks. It has something for the adventurous kind of people. So it has like things that cater to different people and different interests. So attractions are purely something that you all have to see कि आपका किस चीज़ में interest lie करता है, and you can do accordingly. So I'll just give you a small little brief as to मैंने क्या क्या चीज़ें की and whether I found it worth it or not. So when we went to Hanoi, we actually went on an open jeep city tour, which I was like, it's totally worth it, because I didn't want to see the museums अंदर से. I am not very fond of history and all. I didn't want to like give my time to that. So मेरे लिए बाहर से बिल्डिंग देख लेना, फोटोज क्लिक कर लेना, जगह के बारे में जान लेना was more than enough. So something like that worked for me, and I think it was completely worth it. They included like food and drinks in it, and I was quite happy with it. So we have something like that. Then we have something like a Halong Bay cruise, where you have a cruise staycation. You get to see a cave. You go on you go for a boat ride. So again, that is a unique experience in itself. Then we had something like watching the fire show, the dragon fire show. We had something like the coconut boat ride. We had something like visiting the Bana Hills and seeing the World Heritage Site, which is the Golden Hands Bridge. So we did like a lot of things. Not only this, we also went to Hoi An and we experienced the Memory Light Show, Sound and Light Show. We also went we also experienced the world's largest cable car, and we also went to Wind Wonders and Wind Pearl Safari. So we have done like a lot of excursions, but all the excursions that we did were very family centric, very family oriented. Now that may or may not be your interest. So all in all, I spent around 15,000, 16,000 rupees on my attractions, okay, and I booked all the attractions through Klook. That is the most trusted, very helpful site. It tells you everything regarding the inclusions of the attractions, the exclusions of the attractions. So you can find it very easy to book things, and if there's a cancellation, then cancelling it, or if there's a change in plan, then all of it is covered on Klook. I'm definitely going to put in all my excursions and the details of the excursions in the description box. And अगर आप description box तक जा ही रहे हैं तो please वीडियो भी like कर दीजिएगा. And अगर अभी तक आपने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you're notified for a video every time I upload one. Alright, so attractions की बात हो गई. Now comes the most important part. How many days do I need to go to Vietnam? Alright, so I probably made a trip of say around 10 to 12 days, but 15 to 20 days is a good time. You need minimum 15 days तो आपको चाहिए ही चाहिए. I wish I had taken 2 to 3 days more because I wanted to cover a few more things and make separate video बनाऊंगी on things that I regret not doing in Vietnam. Alright, so stay tuned for that. But as of now, my reaction is going to be कि आप at least 15 to 20 days लेके चलिए so that you can give good 3 to 4 days in every city and explore the city आराम से हश हरी में आपको ना करना पड़े. Alright, so that is the thing. Now let's go into how to plan your trip. Okay, आप कौन से destinations, कौन सी cities cover करेंगे? That is what we're going to talk about. So Vietnam, if you will see on a map, it can be done either north to south or you could do south to north. If you're doing north to south, then you will have to start your trip from Hanoi and you will have to end it at Ho Chi Minh. And if you're doing the ulta, then you're going to start with Ho Chi Minh and you're going to end at Hanoi. I'm going to tell you what I did and I think it worked well for me, and that is I started from Hanoi. Hanoi में आपको land करने के बाद 2 days चाहिए. 1 day to settle in, 1 day to do the city tour, and the 3rd day you can check out and you can go on to the next city or you could go on to the Halong Bay cruise, right? So यहाँ पे आ जाती है बात, you need at least a day or 2 for Halong Bay. Halong Bay is beautiful. It is extremely scenic, extremely pretty, extremely calm and serene, and something that I would say you should not miss when you're going to Vietnam. So after you have done 2 days or 3 days at Hanoi, you can take a 1 night cruise or a 2 night cruise at Halong Bay. After you're done with Halong Bay, you will come back to Hanoi and you will have to switch yourself or transfer yourself to the next city, which in my case was Da Nang. Now you could go to Da Nang or you could also go to Nha Trang, depending upon your liking. I would suggest you go to Da Nang. Da Nang is cheaper than Hanoi. At the same time, it is very pretty. It has beaches, world-class beaches, and it is also the home to the famous Golden Bridge Hand. So I would say अगर आप वियतनाम जा रहे हैं तो you must definitely visit the World Heritage Site, which is UNESCO declared World Heritage Site, which is the Golden Bridge, which is at Bana Hills in Da Nang. Alright, and Da Nang से ही very close है. So now in Da Nang you need at least 2 to 3 days. Again, 1 day to reach, settle in, 1 day to go to Bana Hills, 1 day to go to explore the city, which is Da Nang itself, and the next day you could check out and you can go to this new city which is called Hoi An. Now Hoi An का best part क्या है? उसका situation, I mean location. Hoi An के लिए आपको एयर फ्लाइट की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपको ट्रेन की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप या तो बस या तो रोड, बेसिकली वाया रोड ओनली 2 hours में आप Hoi An पहुँच जाओगे. तो आप एक सिटी कवर कर सकते हो at a lesser cost. Okay, that's what I meant to say. So when you go to Hoi An, again Hoi An, I would say please do not leave Hoi An. Hoi An is the city of lanterns in Vietnam. It's very pretty in the night. You have to go to Hoi An. Hoi An is also very famous for its coconut boat ride, which I'm sure आप लोगों ने Instagram पे बहुत सारी रील्स देखी होगी. अगर आप वियतनाम जा रहे हैं तो आपका मन ज़रूर करेगा करने के लिए, and it is a must do thing. Okay, so you can definitely check out that, and you can also skip or do the Memories Sound and Light show. Now the Memories Sound and Light show is very pretty, but definitely अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो आप उसको स्किप कर सकते हैं, स्किप किया जा सकता है. So Hoi An, you need 1 day in case you're a nature lover and you want to do like some trekking or food tours. Then you can add 1 more day, so 2 days. So total Da Nang और Hoi An मिला के ही आपके 4 दिन नहीं तो 5 दिन तो इधर ही हो जाएंगे. After you're done with this, you can move on to the last city, which is the Ho Chi Minh city. If you're a shopping lover, if you are a nightlife lover, then Ho Chi Minh is your city. Ho Chi Minh में बहुत सारे cafes हैं. In fact, एक building तो completely dedicated है to cafes. You will just find a building full of cafes. So again, something that you would like to see. There are some Coochie tunnels or Cuckoo tunnels or something like that. So you could check out that. Then you can go for shopping. So again, you can take at least 2 to maximum 3 days you can spend in Ho Chi Minh. तो अगर आप सारे कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे तो नथिंग लेस देन 15 डेज तो यहीं पे हो जाएंगे. Da Nang एंड Hoi An मिला के 5 डेज हो रहे थे. हलोंग बे 2 डेज हो रहे थे. हनोई 3 डेज हो रहा था, तो ये तो 10 डेज इधर ही हो गया. हो ची मिन 3 डेज तो 13 डेज इधर ही हो गया, राइट. एंड कमिंग गोइंग ट्रैवलिंग ये सब का एक आध दिन एक्स्ट्रा मिला के सब 14-15 डेज तो हो ही जाते हैं. सो दिस इज हाउ यू कुड प्लान योर ट्रिप and dedicate days to the different cities, and these are the most famous cities of Vietnam. Now coming to the best part of the video, and that is the bonus points. Like I promised, I am going to give you some bonus points. सबसे पहला bonus point, which is a continuation of the topic that I was saying till now, and that is अगर आप ये सारी cities कर रहे हैं तो एक और city add करने में क्या जा रहा है. एक नहीं 2-3 है, बट बोनस है, तो टोटली डिपेंड्स अगर आपको करना है या नहीं करना है. तो मेरी फर्स्ट चीज़ जो मैं आपको बोलूँगी, आपको करनी ही चाहिए, अपने ट्रिप में डालनी ही चाहिए, एंड दैट इज़ फूकॉक. लाइक फूकॉक इज़ एन आइलैंड विच इज़ वेरी क्लोज टू वियतनाम. आप बाय फ्लाइट जाएँ टू फूकॉक, एंड इट इज़ एन अपकमिंग डेस्टिनेशन. very beautiful, very pretty, and also the house of the world's largest, or the longest rather, longest cable car. वहाँ पे देखने के लिए you have the Sun World. Sun World is nothing but a theme park where there is Aquatopia, that is a water park. Other than this, to the north of Phuoc, you also have Wind World. Now this is nothing but a world entirely created to serve different age groups. So you have Wind Pearl Safari, which is an animal safari where you can see wildlife. They have Wind Wonders, which is an amusement park, again catering to all age groups, right from kids to like elderly people. They have a ride, they have shows, they have different things. They have like a aquarium, they have a mermaid show, they have a puppet show. आप बोलो और वो सब वहाँ पे है. They have something also called as the Grand World, which talks about ancient history of Vietnam, how it was built. It is a city within itself. So Wind World is a city in itself, and आप वहीं पे रहो और ये सारे attractions cover करो. Phuoc cover करने में ही आपको 5 दिन लग जाएंगे. So if I'm talking about Phuoc, it is not just this. Even people who are inclined towards going as couples or as a honeymoon, so you have beautiful beach villas, you have beach activities, you have water activities, you have your parasailing, you have your snorkeling, you have your scuba diving, you name it, and it's all there. So again, it's like a mini Maldives kind of a feel. They also have like a French Greece kind of a feel when you're going towards the world's longest cable car. These are all the things that you can experience in Phuoc. Again, very cheap, super cheap. You must give it a try. This, I would say, Phuoc, definitely give it 5 days अगर आपको सब चीज़ें देखनी है. Otherwise, of course, आप अपने हिसाब से, अपनी आइटनरी के हिसाब से उसको कम ज़्यादा कर सकते हैं. Alright, the next thing which is also a part of the bonus is another destination which is Nha Trang. तो अगर आप Phuoc as a destination नहीं cover कर रहे हैं, but आपको Wind Wonders बहुत excite कर रहे हैं, तो Wind Wonders itself Nha Trang में भी है. The amusement park is also there, the animal safari is also there. तो you could also cover that there. तो आप Da Nang की जगह Nha Trang जा सकते हैं, या फिर Nha Trang कवर कर सकते हैं और फिर Da Nang कवर कर सकते हैं. दोनों भी कवर कर सकते हैं. So it's like you can do both, but you will have to adjust it somewhere in between. right? So if you don't want to go to an island or spend on those flight tickets, you could do something like a natrang within Vietnam itself and cover the win world wala situation there. All right, again, after this, another bonus location that you can also try is Sapa. Sapa is famous for its rice fields, and it is completely going to give you a very Bali type of vibe. Okay, तो अगर आपको वो बाली टाइप ऑफ वाइब कवर करना है, मतलब वियतनाम में ही बाली भी हो जाएगा, वियतनाम भी हो जाएगा, तो अगर आपको वो कवर करना है, then you can also include Sapa. Sapa के लिए आपको before you go to Ho Chi Minh City, you will have to cover Sapa, and that's how it's positioned. Alright, so these were few bonus points with respect, or bonus locations rather I would say, with respect to the location and the number of days planning. And अगर आपने देखा होगा 15 to 20 days अब हो गए, ठीक है. Now let's come to another bonus tip, and that is अगर आप vegetarian हैं या vegan हैं, if you are a vegetarian or a vegan, you need to download this app called Happy Cow. If you download Happy Cow app, it will show you the nearby vegetarian and vegan restaurant options, and life is going to become so much more easier, simpler, and you're going to definitely be like, oh, thank you, Akanksha, and you're going to, that's the reason why you're going to like my video, and you're going to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you're notified for the video every time I upload. Alright, so you're going to do Happy Cow. The next thing that you're also going to download on your phone is offline translator, because Vietnamese people are very good with Vietnamese language, but when it comes to English or any other language, not so good. Like they are getting there, but still they're not so comfortable with English. So Google Translator of course रहता है, but in case your Wi-Fi is not working, in case you don't have a SIM card, in case you're off net, then this is going to definitely help you communicate. Alright, so my translation, Happy Cow for food. Achha, the next thing that I would also recommend, oh my god, it's such a long video, मैं थक गई थोड़ा. The last thing that I'm also going to recommend is that sometimes, not every time, but sometimes it may so happen that आप आके खाने से थोड़ा सा not bore ho jao, but the food, Vietnamese food is a very strong sense of food, okay, like it's a lot of flavors which we are not used to, and there could be times where you could be overwhelmed with the whole food situation. So if you are a vegetarian or a vegan person, please do carry some ready to cook items जिसमें आप बस गर्म पानी डालें और खाना तैयार हो गया. So if you could do that, life can become a little more simpler and easy for you. Apart from that, yes, this is how you plan your trip. And अब अगर the next thing that you're going to see is basically, in short, मैं अपने सारी details, budget और itinerary यहाँ पे note down कर दूँगी, so that you know, you have a clear idea as to where I spent how much and what was the overall budget just for me, not for my entire family. So I'm talking about just one person, right? So once I do that, I would definitely love it if you can go and check out my Vietnam vlogs. There are 4 vlogs, one on Hanoi, one on Da Nang, one on Halong Bay cruise, and last but not the least, also on Phu Quoc. Yes, so this is it. Please do, if you like this video, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.